Coming up, an update on homecoming plans in Louisa for someone who could be the next American Idol.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Noah Thompson has captured the hearts of Eastern Kentuckians and people across the country during his run on American Idol. Now the Louisa native is preparing for the next show on Sunday that will determine the top three. WYMT's Zach Hawk has an update on what will happen in Lawrence County if he moves on to the finals.
Lawrence County's Noah Thompson is on a historic journey this season of American Idol. His friends and neighbors are loving his music every week.
He is such a sweet soul. He's a sweet guy. He's a humble guy. He's someone that you are proud of to represent your town, and everyone is super proud of him.
But he is not just popular back home. National respect pushed him into the top 5 competition Sunday night, with the top 3 moving on to the finals. Competing at that level might just put him up there with some Eastern Kentucky legends.
Country Music Highway is a big deal here. You know, you got some really big names just here in Lawrence County. So he's fitting in not only well, but exceedingly well. We couldn't be more proud of him, just like we are Ricky Skaggs and Larry Cordell and all those that we know and love.
If Noah makes the finals, there will be a huge homecoming parade and party for him in Louisa.
He's really excited. He has no idea the amount of popularity and reach that he has. He's kind of in that idol bubble where they're just captivated by continuing to do work every day.
Castle says it could be as many as 10,000 people, a huge number for Louisa, and would feature a surprise musical guest at the high school football field.
We were talking to the American Idol producers the other day, and they were asking us about our town, and we told them it's a small town. You know, we have 2,000 people, and they told us that it feels like a big town because we're one big family, and that's truly what it is. It's a small town with a big feel.
A big party is on the horizon, but only if people vote Noah through to the finals Sunday night. In Louisa, Zach Hawk, WYMT Mountain News.
To vote for Noah, you can go to americanidol.com/vote, or you can use the American Idol app. That's really easy. And you can also text the number 2 to 21523. Now, voting opens Sunday night at 8 p.m. and closes before the end of the show. There will also be a watch party, as you can see behind me, at the Garden Theater in Louisa. Noah also posted a snippet of a new song tonight on social media. So exciting times coming up for Louisa's Noah Thompson. Well, time is running out to donate on Kentucky Gives Day. The fundraising event ends at midnight. This year is Kentucky Gives' 10th annual fundraiser. Several Eastern Kentucky foundations are taking part in the Day of Giving, including the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, a community foundation that aims to keep the wealth of mountain communities in the mountains.
Finances from the region we've seen, go out to other states or further west in the state. And so our foundation acts as a very good way to make sure that that money stays in the community.
There are many other East Kentucky nonprofits raising money today. If you would like to donate, you still have time. Just visit kygives.org.
It's been a fantastic start to the work week so far. We'll continue to see that as we run into the middle of the work week as well. As for tonight, all quiet. Nothing to worry about weather-wise. I-64 at Moorhead, all is quiet there. We take you to downtown Whitesburg, as you'd expect at this hour. A little on the quieter side as we approach 11:05. 61 degrees right now into downtown Whitesburg. We actually got pretty warm today in some spots, low to mid-80s around the region. Monticello, at least on this map, got to 84, but I can tell you Irvin got to 86, and Williamson, West Virginia was flirting with 90 degrees. A far cry from that right now into the low 60s across portions of the Big Sandy, though Pikeville still sits at 70, and it's still 73 in Jackson. We're going to be cooling through the 60s as we run through tonight. We're picking up on some of that low-level moisture on pinpoint Doppler, but that's about it. No rain expected as we head tonight, tomorrow, really even into Thursday. So mid-50s out there with clear skies and calm winds overnight. We do have a few changes on the way, though, before the work week is out. I'll detail those coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. RAM, or the Remote Area Medical PopUp nonprofit, will be making a stop in nearby Emory, Virginia. RAM helps bring free quality dental, vision, and medical care to those in need for free. The organization will be in Emory on May 21st and 22nd. No ID is required. Services are provided on a first-come, first-served basis. Another stop is planned for a little later, right here in Hazard. That one is June 11th and 12th. Fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine, making it the leading cause of all overdose deaths in the nation. Because of this, the DEA designated May 10th, today, as National Fentanyl Awareness Day, hoping to inform everyone of the risks that are associated with this drug. President and CEO of Operation Unite, Nancy Hale, says educating our youth on the risks of fentanyl is crucial.
You have to start early enough. You have to build that foundation. They have to understand the risks that are involved. They have to know the signs and symptoms of an overdose. They need to know, they need to have that foundation of making the one choice not to use drugs in any form.
The Journal of American Medicine Association says overdose deaths jumped dramatically among teens ages 14 to 18 in 2021 and are projected to more than double in the next 2 years. We are just 1 week away from Kentucky's primary election. Perry County Clerk Wayne Napier says the county has 4 county-wide voting centers along with its regular precincts. He says his office is ready to handle the election but encourages you to vote early if you can. The county also has new voting machines to cast your ballot easier.
We've had some people come in, and we've had a lot of the people that's working the precincts come in and practice them. And they're simple. They're actually better than the old ones.
The county clerk says he encourages everyone to use their right to vote and make their voices heard. 2 incumbents went head-to-head for a congressional seat today in West Virginia's primary election. After a population decrease reported by the 2020 census, the state lost one of its congressional seats in the House of Representatives, which caused 3 districts to be consolidated into 2. The change resulted in Republican Congressman David McKinley and Alex Mooney facing off today in the primary election. The Associated Press called the race in favor of Mooney earlier this evening. He was endorsed by former President Donald Trump. Volunteers of America and Aetna Better Health of Kentucky representatives presented checks to 2 local schools for having the highest participation in a community health and wellness fair in April. Paces Creek Elementary School Principal James Gray accepted the $3,000 check this morning, and representatives presented a second $3,000 check to Clay County High School student Taylor Messer and Principal Mike Gregory. A celebration in Johnson County today is opening Paintsville Lake to more people in the community. The Casting for Kids boardwalk and kayak launch will soon be constructed near the lake's boat ramp. The project, which plans to provide an ADA-compliant structure with wheelchair capabilities, will let everyone be part of the outdoor fun, no matter their abilities or mobility conditions. Co-founder Chris Ferguson says the advancement is only possible because of the community support.
The people on this community are special because they have inspired the backing and the support of anything we've needed. They're special people that live here in eastern Kentucky in these mountains. I said it before, we may not have the biggest lakes, but we have the biggest heart.
County representatives will use grant funding for the project, which is expected to enter the bidding process soon and be complete by this time next year. The Garden Theater in Louisville put on a dinner performance of Steel Magnolias this evening, the first of several shows. The performance was put on by the Mountain Movers Theater Company for the 120 people in attendance. The theater group performs exclusively out of the Garden Theater for now, but hopes to expand as the group of actors continues to grow.
This is our first year of year-round professional community and kids programming. It's also the century season because our theater is 100 years old this year.
Tickets are available for upcoming dinner performances on Thursday and Friday. Future performances are scheduled for the summer. The Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory is debuting a new exhibit. It's called Collection Curveballs. The exhibit is made of a roundup of pieces that tie in sports and pop culture as well as lovers of fine art, music, and history. There's a baseball bat throne, a bike made from bats, as well as bats featuring Louisville rapper Jack Harlow, Stevie Wonder, and Julie Andrews. Collection Curveballs will be on display through the end of the year and is included with regular admission. And check out this video of a black bear near US 23 in Floyd County today. Sheriff John Hunt said the bear was in the Iville community. Officials ask anyone in the area to not try and feed the bear. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, sunscreen is one of the best ways to protect your skin from the harmful effects of the sun, but it cannot help if it isn't put on properly. We'll go over the most common sunscreen mistakes.
And those are tips you're going to need over the next couple of days because we've got absolutely fantastic mid-spring weather on the way as we head through the work week. The very latest details are straight ahead.
Hello, this is Stacy Mead, candidate for Floyd County PVA. When I say I love Floyd County and our volunteer firefighters,